different altogether, and that's just random. They just come along. So some nights there, on a Wednesday night, we're going to have 30 people, 25, 30 people. But yeah, it is to the stage now where we've got to look at health and safety, and if we don't do it this winter while the season's off, we won't be opening next season.
Any further questions for Rob? No, thank you, Rob.
Good day.
Bye.
Thank you.
Next speaker.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rob. From the Kaikohe Community Patrol, Nairi Powdrill. Kia ora, Nairi.
Good morning. Most people know who I am. I'm the team leader for the Kaikohe Community Patrol. It used to be Joe Knoll, and we used to run under the Business Association, but according to CBNZ rules, we have to stand on our own 2 feet. So hence us putting in our application for funding to keep the vehicle on the road. And it's, the costs keep going up with insurance, and we don't get any other funding, and we're finding it difficult to get funding because there's no pokey machines in the area. And we actually cover Kaikohe, the Kaihau, Horiki, Hawaii and Narfa Springs. So we're covering a fairly big area. We're out patrolling. We also, which is an agreement we had with the Business Association some years back, that we note any graffiti in the town and we pass that on, which we'll be doing. And yeah, we also attend public events like Christmas parades, we put patrols. Our vehicle is equipped with a police radio. We also pick up a handheld radio if we go out as well, in case we have to get out of the vehicle for any reason. Yeah, we're night owls. You never know where we are, when we're going to be there. So, yes, we're tasked by the police to do certain things as well. We maybe use some cordons. Looking for missing persons. Now we've been told we're going to be involved with natural disasters and likes of flooding. They're going to call us for that as well. So we will be training with civil defence on that one. There's quite a bit on us as volunteers, so we do need funding to keep our vehicle on the road. The last 3 years it's been funded by members, which is no, more volunteers. So I applied for 3 years funding, and it's been over 3 years.
Funding, so
over 3 years.
So through the chair, I'll just respond to that. We can only do a maximum of 2 because you're then going to a new training. So it would be
just following what was on before.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's the remaining years for training. It's 2.
So does your $2,000 a year include petrol?
No.
So who pays for that?
Police. There's only patrol in New Zealand that gets the police to pay for our petrol. But shh.
You shouldn't have said that. You're on camera now.
You asked.
okay. Any further questions for Nairi? I'm just glad that you drive a little Teeter, and not a Ford Falcon.
Yes, but the little Teeter is actually a bit small now because we've got the 4 members and then so we're trying to get funding to get a new vehicle, which has to come out. The new ones have to come out in the new livery, and it has to be a light vehicle, pretty much the same as the police. So
how many volunteers do you have, Nairi?
That's 7 or 8 at the moment, but we do need more. We desperately need more members.
And is that what the advertising and promotion is about? More members?
Yes, we've got. We'll be doing hopefully doing a letterbox drop shortly. We get some photocopying done. We will do a letterbox drop looking for more members, but yes.
One question. So when we're going to be how many members? So you've got those members, but you need to be out every night.
But not every night.
Covering a big area. So.
We are covering a big area. The police give us set nights to go out. We don't actually say what night we go or what time, because otherwise the crips will find out, and it's, yeah.
Yep.
We go out randomly.
Well, one of my questions was what part of the police funding are you receiving, because you're working alongside?
No,
so I think the fact that they pay your vehicles.
That happened when we were all running around in our own vehicles, and
yeah,
we had a good sergeant here at the time, and he put it for us. Yeah.
So does your uniform include a cape and a mask?
Sorry?
Does your uniform include a cape and a mask?
No, but I have got some at home. You want to use one?
No. What is?
We know you're a superwoman there, though.
Don't know about that, but
And how many vehicles are you?
we've only got one.
Just the one?
One little Tilia. It's getting on in years now. So like I said, it's a bit small now, so we're 12 members.
I'd just like to say it's, you know, it's awesome that the work that you do, it's really important, and for volunteers to put themselves out there at night. Yeah, just like to commend all of the volunteers for that.
Yes, well, crime has gone down. That's something. We're not seeing the crime, but we were. We do have a problem with the motorbikes from time to time, but some of them have been seized lately, so that's fine. They're sitting up the station. And, but we need to crush the collars back to crush them. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I just want to question. So apart from the Kaikohe Business Association, do you work with any other?
We work with alongside other emergency services. Like I said, we now have to move in with civil affairs, so we're going to go to their brain. There will be there's 3 emergency vehicles being set up throughout New Zealand for CPNZ for disaster management. We are hoping to get one for Northland, and we have asked that it be centred up here because we often get cut off at the renewing. So CPNZ are looking at that, and it would be a huge 4-wheel drive ute with fully equipped out with emergency. So hopefully we'll get that within the near future.
Sure, thank you, Noreen. Just total what Member McVeigh says, thank you for keeping us safer in Kaikohe and surrounding areas. Well done.
Yes.
Thank you.
We do our best. They don't like us out there, I can tell you. They see us, they're gone.
We do. We like you out there.
The Crims don't. They see us and they're gone. We're a deterrent.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Noreen. Our next speaker for today is a representative from the Whenua Warriors Charitable Trust.
They have not joined us.
And they have not joined us, so we will not be doing anything further with that application. So I'll move on now to page 8, confirmation of previous minutes. The recommendation is that the Kaikohe-Hokianga Community Board confirm the minutes of the meeting held 16th of February 2024 as a true and correct record. Do I have a mover? A seconder for that recommendation? Oh, thank you, Member Edwards.
Through the chair, I have added a note for the minutes, a confirmation of previous minutes for the Wednesday 13th of December last year. Those have been carried. I've just added that in the note.
Yeah, due to notes to that.
Yeah, okay, so I will make those changes.
Thank you. All those in favour? Aye. Any against? Any abstentions? Carried. Moving on to reports on page 19. Project funding reports.
I'll move that we note those reports.
I can second. Thank you. All those in favour?
No.
Aye. Any against? Any abstentions? Carried. Thank you. Funding applications, page 27. We'll move those one by one. So the first recommendation is that the Kaikohe-Hokianga Community Board approve the sum of $4,000 Actually, before I do that, or do I do this? I have an alternative motion for this recommendation. So do I? Oh, so the Kaikohe-Hokianga Community Board approved the sum of $3,000 to be paid from the board's placemaking fund account to Hokianga Bowling Club for the costs for the retaining wall and drainage repairs. Do I have a seconder for that motion? I second that. Yeah. All those in favour?
Hang on. We've got to go to this.
We have a discussion.
I mean, I'm a bit disappointed that the chair, with her controlling position of the meeting, took it upon herself to change the motion from 4,000 to 3,000. So I'd like to amend it to back to 4,000, please. So I move the amendment. I move an amendment that the $3,000 of the original motion gets changed to 4,000.
I just want to respond to that. I did speak to Imri prior to.
Oh, sure. And look, you're well within your rights. Okay, but as a controller of the meeting, I think that's a bit. What's the word of it? I think it's just bad manners for a chair to control the meeting and make those kind of advancements or those kind of movements.
There is opportunity for members
and that's what I'm doing, right?
to provide another motion. So she's a member.
Yeah, cool.
So I want some discussion on all of this. So I'll second Mike's motion so we can have a discussion on this.
Thank you.
My question, and I'm not sure you can answer that here, is the $4,000, given what they're trying to do, is that 3 that was on the table is going to be enough to achieve the result? Because as Rob did mention, there's been this comment there, that we can't actually get this done in this season, which is coming to an end. They won't be able to open. I'm just a little bit nervous whether that's actually going to, that 3,000 is going to come them short. I guess I'm saying that people will support the amendment.
Can I ask how much money have the Hokianga Bowling Club been provided from us previously?
They got money for the greens roller lawnmower early on. That's the only.
That was this year?
Yes. That's the only funding that I'm aware of that they have had.
And that was a amount?
2,500, and that was granted in July of last year.
So it's not quite a year yet?
Not quite, no.
And the policy says that it should be a year?
I don't think the policy necessarily states.
Not annual?
No, it doesn't. Yeah, and they've put in the project report, which was accepted by the board.
Well, can we have your reasons for moving it to 3,000, please? Shitty.
Because I think there are other ways of making $1,000. I see in their funding application that they've got some money put aside for some prizes, and it was $1,800. I think that's, that's over half, well, almost half of what they're asking for. And I don't think people necessarily go to bowls to win prizes. And all the bowling tournaments that I've ever known, they won a little dinner set that somebody picked up for $10 from the warehouse. So that was the point for me, that $1,800 was a lot to spend on prizes, when the applicant is saying that if we don't get it done, it's going to be to the detriment of the upcoming season and the tournament.
I suppose there's a couple of things that I've considered for this. One is the reason for shifting from 4 to 3, which is been explained now, but also take into consideration the number of the membership, which is 27 as he confirmed, and if you multiply that by whatever their fees are, then surely the bridging amount of $1,000 could be achieved. But my biggest question is, with the $3,000, will that close their doors? And I don't think so. I think it achieves part of what they're wanting to achieve. And I take the leaf out of some other organisations or individuals who, in short areas, have been able to acquire an amount of $1,000 within the community. So I'm from a non-voting position, I'm happy the motion be around $3,000.
Any further discussion? Okay, so we'll put which motion are we voting on? The first one, the $3,000?
Aye.
Okay, so.
There's an amendment on the table, it's seconded. You've got to dispose with the amendment first.
Sorry, was the amendment seconded?
Yes.
Yeah. Right, so there is an amendment on the table then. Is that correct?
Yes.
No.
Sorry, I just came in late. So it'll be.
So that one to a vote first.
So, okay.
So we put Member Edmonds' recommendation to the vote that the Kaikohe-Hokianga Community Board approve the sum of $4,000.
Well, it's an amendment. Okay, so the amendment reads that the $3,000 be replaced with $4,000. So you basically vote on that amendment. And if it's not passed, we go back to the original motion of $3,000.
Okay, we'll vote on the amendment that the $4,000 be replaced by $3,000. What? Other way around. The $3,000 be, yes, the $3,000 be replaced with $4,000.
So, sorry, so through the chair, it doesn't need to say, the amendment doesn't need to say formally that it be replaced by. The amendment on the table is that Kaikohe-Hokianga Community Board.
Back to the vote.
That's for the vote.
We go for next. Okay.
By division, by just so that we.
Yeah, by division.
Mike and Busett.
And against?
Hanif, put your hands up for against. So that is lost.
So that motion is lost. Yeah. And so we have the foreshadowed amendment.
Now you go back to the original
motion. That is that the Kaikohe-Hokianga Community Board approve the sum of $3,000 to the Hokianga Bowling Club for the cost of retaining and branding kits. Those in favour? Aye. Any against? Abstentions? Carried. Thank you.
Okay, I'd like to make the next motion, please. The Kaikohe-Hokianga Community Board approve the sum of $4,700 to be paid from the board's placemaking account to Kaikohe Community Patrol, being $2,000 for each of the years to 2024-2025 for running costs and the administration and marketing costs they also requested.
Through the chairman, I clarify, do you mean $350 per year or $700?
I think it was $700 in the first year.
Yeah, thank you.
We have a seconder for that motion. Thank you, Member McVeigh. Any discussion about that recommendation?
Operational costs.
Well, members and boards. They do great work, and as you heard, it's all volunteers, and it is, which bugs me a little bit. I know fire engaged volunteers in the same boat. They get called out there more and more and more, and we're just hard to get volunteers.
Can I just add, Madam Chief? One thing that I did identify as a miss was the engagement with my ward in the area. That is one that would be a good opportunity for my ward and see that to say that they carry parts of.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor.
Can I just confirm you through the chair, sorry, that that's all going to be coming from the board's placemaking funds, remember? Is that correct?
Actually,
I don't, well, it's not really placemaking, is it?
no, I was going to have that discussion, Catherine.
It's up to the board because part of it is that you have not a huge amount of money left, and it is borderline for placemaking because it's making the place more livable for those who live here.
Placemaking, yes.
So it's up to you as a board which pot you pull it from.
The current recommendation through the chair is that all of which was just stated, the $4,000, the $2,000 per annum, right? And then the $700 per annum for the administrative cost is coming out of the board's placemaking fund. So if you wanted to keep that as is.
Well, that's the motion.
Yes, that's the motion.
Okay.
We have a mover and seconder. All those in favour? Aye. Any against? Any abstentions? Carried. Thank you.
I'd like to move the next one for the sum of $5,000 from our placemaking fund to the Whenua Warriors Trust for the cost of establishing shared gardens in the Waima Opunoni area.
Do I have a seconder for that motion?
We do. What's the rules if that's 5,000? Do they have just?
They have to. So we'll just.
Not a year.
So
I'd like to have a few questions in regards to this.
do we need to have a seconder for that motion and then discuss it, or do we just not?
We can not move it so it effectively lies on the table.
Yes.
No, I don't want to kill it without.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I agree with that.
Lie.
We leave it to lie.
Leave it to lie until they speak to it.
Yes.
I'm happy with
Yeah.
that. So a mover was Member McVeigh and a seconder to leave it to lie.
Although,
It hasn't been moved.
it hasn't been moved. No.
We're just getting it.
Then the program motion by taking back we consider that. We consider that application after they talk to us.
So yeah, in consistency with what you've previously done through the chair is to leave it to lie until somebody comes to speak to the application. That's probably the instead of letting it lapse, it's a better way administratively. So mover and a seconder, which was Chair Revkin.
To leave lie.
Aye.
Yes.
So we have the opportunity.
Yes. All those in favour?
Aye.
Aye. Any against? Any abstentions? Carried. Thank you. Would anyone else like to have a turn of the next recommendation since we're going around the table? Come on, Emma Edwards. It's your time to shine.
Okay, may as well.
Yes.
The recommendation that the Kaikohe-Hokianga Community Board A approve the funding application 7.5D report and B approve the sum of $7,000 be paid from the board's placemaking fund account to Okaho Fund accounts for the costs of the.
I'll second that.
Councillor Vucic, do you have any discussion around that?
I would love to have seen the before and after pictures because in fact I have seen the before pictures and it was a pretty complex state. So pick that up and do all that work. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, man, the council has to do that and get contractors and what would the fee have been. So I'm really appreciative of what they've done. And I'm sure the community has been saved over $10,000.
Yeah. My only hesitation about the application is the number of participants. The number. They've had one pop up. They had 7 children. 4 of them were from the 2 ladies that spoke to us today. And I'm not suggesting that it's not going to be a vibrant space. And perhaps if we don't provide anything, then it's not going to be as vibrant as they want. We know that sparkles and dangles kind of attract some people to spaces, but that would be my only hesitation is the sustainability of the place and ensuring that they get the membership that they need to keep it rolling.
That compliment looking at what is they only just received what did you say? They couldn't do anything
No.
before. start somewhere.
Yes.
But the future maintenance of that space, have they thought about how that's going to be done?
They put in, we didn't get a chance to see their business plan, I believe.
They've
Strategic plan.
done that, but there's no funding or anything around that. It will be a group that I will be working with to get them a strategic funding plan in place.
I'm happy to approve this amount because I think to give them that start to create the space, they seem like they have put in a lot of work. They've got it this far, and to support it, and then hopefully Catherine would be supporting them to be looking elsewhere once they're kicked off at a level that it can be a nice, warm, welcoming space that can be used for a variety of activities, and they might want to, I'm sure you'll help them with a business plan. So rather than an ongoing fee that they return to us, in my mind it would be something that would set them up and build that confidence and experience to be looking elsewhere in the future.
Okay. Any further discussion? No?
Just for me, it was more around the projected figures for the future, and whether it would impact any other early childhood area centres in that area as kids will go to and through. That's all.
Okay, we'll put that motion to the vote. All those in favour? Aye. Any against? Any abstentions? Carried. Thank you. Moving on to chairperson and members' reports on page 59. Thank you to those members who have submitted a report.
I think we have one other item.
There's one more.
Oh, is there?
Maybe move that issue.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Only if you want it back.
Oh, yes. Yes, we want it back.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
I mean, if you don't want it back, that's fine, and we can.
No, we're definitely backtracking to that one. So the recommendation is to rescind resolution 2023-83 of 27th September 2023 for the Rawene Domain Project Team for Geotech report costs, as the funds are no longer required for this project, and B, direct the amount of $10,000 to be returned to the placemaking fund for reallocation. Moved by Councillor Vucic and seconded by Member McVeigh.
And a quick comment on that. When it was given so that they wouldn't delay any work being done, and it was actually, if it was needed, the word to be saying it was needed. So, and it's not needed, which is great.
That's great. Okay. Thank you. All those in favour? Aye. Any against? Any abstentions? Carried. Thank you. Moving on to members' reports. Page 59.
Thank
you, Member McVeigh moved. Do I have a seconder for that motion? Thank you. Councillor Vucic. Any discussions?
I do see the frustration of some of these things that are coming out, a bit like deja vu, being raised both by you share some of the issues and also in the other reports as well. It's good to see some progress. But just on one of the comments is we're requesting information associated to Member McVeigh. When work's being done, mowing and whatever, we actually are going up for a new contract. Whoever gets it, the critical thing has been that the information be returned, including the forward looking for that month as well, and to get that out. I should say ideally put that actually online as well, so that the public, because that would save a lot of hassle.
It would. Councillor Vucic. All those in favour? Aye. Any against? Any abstentions? Carried. Page 69, information reports. The March open resolution report. So I'll move that we receive the report, Kaikohe-Hokianga Community Board March open resolution report. Do I have a seconder? Thank you, Member McVeigh. Any discussion? All those in favour? Aye. Any against? Any abstentions? Carried. Page 71,
Thank you. Before everyone runs away, before you close the meeting, because this can still be publicised, I'm just making sure everyone knows that there is a Cyclone Gabrielle appeal trust fund of $14 million that's been launched to support hapu, iwi, marae and communities to rebuild, because they know that there's a lot of small-scale projects that can be quickly achieved. So if you have anyone that has something that would fit in there, I believe you've all been sent the link in the Friday notices. I'm not 100% certain. If you haven't, I'm going to be putting it on our website as well. But I know, for example, that we've got the Ohio Rugby Club who are looking for help with drainage there, because they're the community hub when something goes down and their car park is unusable when the weather gets really bad. So that's the sort of thing that I think they're looking for applications for. So just making sure our communities are aware of that and everyone else.
and further,
Happy to close the live. Cool. Nicola, can you confirm that the live stream has been stopped, please?
Harley?
Oh, Harley's away. Nicola?